All right, back to it. Continuing on with the HPI Blitz ESE Pro kit build here. Moving on to the rear, this time working on, starting out working with the CVAs, the constant velocity axles, just getting some parts lubricated here. You want to get a good amount of lube on all of the appropriate parts when you are building a set of axles for the first time, to avoid there being possibility of buildup of little bits of rust and such over time. But be careful not to get any lube any place where you're going to have a set screw that's going to go in that requires the use of thread lock, because thread lock and lube really don't like each other. When you're getting this pin in from the side, be sure to orient the flat area, the little flat spot on it, with one of these the sides of the inner coupler, they call it, the little tube piece, little cylindrical piece that rotates around on one axis. You want that to be lined up with the hole, which is actually a threaded hole, because that's where the set screw is going to come through and capture that pin in there. Okay, why? That is a 5x10 bearing in a 5x11 hole. That is what they gave me. 5x10 bearings, that's what's indicated in the instructions. That's what's included in bag I, the bag that is supposed to be for this step. And both the outside and the inside ones, those are 5x11 bearing carriers, and they gave me 5x10 bearings. So that sucks. I went through the rest of the bags and I don't see no 5x11 bearings for this purpose. Now, I appreciate the fact that they've upgraded to using 5x11 bearing carriers. That's cool. But leaving me with 4 5x10 bearings that are completely useless, that's not cool. So, Rodney, you're getting 4 fancy stainless steel 5x11 bearings from my personal stash. So take care of these. So close, RC Screws screw kit. So close. You gave me one of these nuts to finish everything off, and I needed 2. Oh, look what I can do. Huh? All 4 corners. This is an interesting structure back here. This whole brace thing, it provides strength to the shock tower, a little bit of bracing to the shock tower, provides a little bit of bracing to the transmission itself, and just kind of creates a small little cage back here with almost an arc shape going across it. Interesting, something I have not assembled before on any RC I've built before. Also, the rear body posts are going to attach here, not onto the shock tower itself. Okay, so that does it for the assembly of the rear end. Got the suspension hooked up, transmission's in place, everything seems to be pretty secure, held together pretty nicely there. So I will reserve the final video for all the other little stuff of getting the body posts on, front and rear, the Nerf guards and battery bar, and hooking up the electronics and all that stuff. I'll cover all that in the final video, putting the tires on, set a body on top of it, and give you a final look before this thing goes in for its first driving tests.